There it is. All right, guys. So we're talking about the holiday busy season. And the thing about Scentsy is that your business is going to look very different through every season of the year. So I like to call it kind of like the cycle of Scentsy. So you're going to find that in the fall, which is, the couple months we just had, that fall winter season, basically from September through December, is really crazy. It's very high paced. Everyone is just super excited. They want everything that smells like pumpkin. They want everything that smells like apple. And then boom, before you know it, everyone wants Christmas, right? So you are literally going from September to December as boom, 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 boom. Everyone wants Scentsy. Everyone is having parties. Everything is crazy and on like a level 10. Now you're going to hit January, February, March, that kind of in between where it's kind of winter, but it's also kind of spring. And that season of your business is where you really focus on connecting. That is where you're going to connect with all of those people that you met through the fall and winter. And you're just going to start making relationships with them. You're going to be connecting with them, following up with them, and trying to keep that party train rolling. Okay. Then you're going to come back into the spring. And people are all of a sudden very excited about Scentsy again. They're like, oh my goodness, spring is here. The flowers are coming. The trees are green. And they want everything that smells like flowers and fresh air. And they're getting out of their houses and they're super excited again, right? So that's the season where you really focus on nurturing those relationships and meeting new people. This is where you're focusing on networking, expanding your customer base again, just like you did in the fall, winter. And then summer hits. And summer can sometimes, depending on how much you worked your business, can be a little bit quieter. So you just have to show up differently in your business. But we right now in this fall winter season are in the season of our business where you don't have to try as hard. It just comes. People just want everything that smells like fall. They're basic white witches are out and they want everything that's pumpkin spice. And then all of a sudden the Christmas freaks come out of like the woodworks and they're like Christmas trees and Christmas cottage and winterberry apple tea and very snowy spruce. And they're just like at a max 100% just freaking out. So we're in this part of our business where it's super exciting. So be excited, share your passion, but you just have to work differently because you might feel in this season of your business very overwhelmed. That's normal. Don't worry. That's why we have systems in place to help keep us on track. So we know when we're having parties, we know when to follow up with people, and we can stay on track without feeling like chickens with our heads cut off, right? So I kind of wanted to just start there and talk about systems that are going to get you through the fall winter season. So if I could just have everyone that's not muted, please mute your microphones. Anyone that needs to add in a comment, ask a question, please do so in the chat, just so that we can keep kind of radio static noise off of there if possible. All right, guys. So systems. Sorry, I tangented. So systems that you need to have in place. What works for me might not work for you, but I'm going to share what works for me in the case that it does. If what I do doesn't work for you, you can just as easily head over to one of our team pages or head over to YouTube, and there's tons of resources that can really help you out. So first one being follow-up. You have to. Number one, most important thing that you can do in this season of your business is have a system set for following up with your customers. Okay, your goal is to get customers to order more than once. If you have a customer that only ever orders one time, you probably didn't try that hard, or they have another consultant, which you can't help. But if you can, you want to get your customers to order more than once. You want that repeat business. You want to get them into your VIP page. And the easiest way to give them great customer service, get them in your VIP group, and to build a relationship with them is by following up. So Sell with Amy is my go-to. Lisa Logan, hello, my darling friend. So I use Sell with Amy. It is an app that if you're a new consultant, you get 4 months for free through your workstation. If you're not, then there is a monthly fee. I think there's a 30-day free trial, but anyways, it does all of the thinking for you. So you have your follow-up system that tells you who to follow up with, when to follow up with them. However, you have to stay consistent with your follow-up system. So what works for me is I follow up with my customers every day. I go to my Sell with Amy to-do list Monday through Friday, and I do follow-ups every day. Just get caught up on my to-dos. On Tuesdays, instead of doing my follow-ups through Sell with Amy, I actually go to the workstation. If you head over to the reporting tab, click on sales report, and then head over to where it says reorder. It's going to show you everyone that hasn't ordered in however many months you pick. So if you pick 3 months, it's going to show you every customer that hasn't ordered in 3+ months or 6+ months or 9+ months. So those people are my focus on Tuesdays. I'm just going to reach out to as many as I can get done that day and say, hey, I just wanted to check in, make sure you're still doing okay on things. So follow-up is huge, specifically with party guests. Okay. So this season, you might find you're having tons of parties. Those of you that have been around for longer than a year, you're going to be like, wow, I'm doing more parties than I ever have before. Or I don't do this many parties in the spring or possibly in the summer. That means that it is even more important to follow up in parties now than ever. So Lisa, actually, I'm going to utilize you really quick if you don't mind, just because I know you don't use Sell with Amy. So can you just really quick share with us what follow-up system you do use?
Yes. I was trying to unmute myself and I couldn't push the button. So I actually use, I've been doing this for a little over a year now. It was actually Kimberly Polito, who I'm a huge fangirl of. It's her system. Yeah. If you search for her, it's Kimberly Polito's follow-up system on YouTube. She has actually a training that she does Google Sheets. I'm a huge spreadsheet girl. I'm a numbers nerd. So that system works perfectly for me. So I have a whole spreadsheet that I just sort of like copy and paste, and you can actually add a note to the cell that you're putting in for. Yeah. And you can copy and paste their order. So what I do is on my screen, I'll do like a split screen. So I'll have the workstation and then I'll have the spreadsheet there. I'll copy and paste their order and put it in under there. So I can just like hover over the box for each month and see exactly what they ordered. So when I'm following up with people, I can do that super simple. The other cool thing about the spreadsheet system that she has is each column is a different month for the year, but then it adds up their total amount of sales throughout the year. So at the end of the year, what I do is I look in that last column and I can see how much everybody has ordered. So I can find my top 10 customers immediately and I can send them a little gift at the end of the year. So it's kind of like a follow-up system, but it's got other things that you can use it for too. So that's what I use.
Incredible. So then Lisa, how do you, how often do you follow up? Like, do you like someone who's like every Monday, Wednesday, like?
So I'm a little bit more sporadic. That is like seriously the one thing in my business. You know me, I love like task lists and I love schedules and organization. That is the one thing that I can't do like a system for, as far as like a specific time, date, that kind of thing, because I get very overwhelmed with follow-up. I'll be totally honest with you. The thing that scares me about follow-up, this is such a weird thing. This is just me though. If I start following up with people and I send out like 20 messages and then everyone starts replying back, I get overwhelmed instantly and I'll have to like walk away. And then I feel bad because I'm like, oh, I just followed up with them. And then I don't reply back in a day, like for a day, because I just get like, if 10 people message me back, I freak out. So I have to do follow up like a couple at a time, like 3 to 5 people at a time. And then I have to let it go because I have to give them time to respond and have that conversation with them. So I do that. If I know that I'm going to have like 10 minutes, I'll sit and follow up with 3 people. So I have that spreadsheet that I can always go back to. And I just do like a little check mark or put in a date, like when I followed up with them. So that way I can keep track of it, but yet I don't have a specific time and date. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but you do have a system to it though. You do a few people at a time and that works for you. That is what I really want to touch on, guys, for you is systems have to be authentic to you. It has to work for you. So Lisa was like, Sell with Amy doesn't work for me. So I could either never follow up at all or find something that does work, because the only system that you'll find success with is one that you're actually going to use. So if you don't like it, don't use it. Find something that you're actually going to use, and that's going to be huge. So I think it's really important through this busy season that you super focus on following up and creating those connections. You're going to see that we are doing more parties. If you're not doing more parties, you better ask more people, because everybody wants to party right now, because they're excited for Christmas. They're excited to see family members. They're excited to connect with their friends. They're excited for holiday scents. People get excited. When you get excited, everyone else is going to get excited. So don't be shy. Don't be afraid of what anyone else thinks about you. Guys, I would literally take my clothes off right now to show you that it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, right? It just doesn't. Who cares? I will literally throw my hair into the craziest bun, not wear makeup, put on a Santa hat and an elf costume, and people are going to be like, oh my God, Vanessa's so excited for Christmas. They don't care that I'm not wearing makeup. They don't care that my hair is a mess. They don't care that my house is a mess. Do you care that my office is a mess? No, no one else cares. So be excited about what you're excited about this holiday season. For me, it's parties. For you, share that excitement through parties, because that is your best way to bring in PRV, to gain new customers, to gain future hosts, which is also going to expand your customer base. And the easiest way to grow your team is by asking hostesses if they want to flip their party. So going back to that follow-up, every time you guys have a party this holiday busy season, I want you to reach out to every single guest. I don't care if they ordered. I don't care if they didn't order. I don't care how much they participated. I want you to reach out to every single party guest. Introduce yourself. Thank them for being a part of the party. Thank them for placing an order if they placed an order. Let them know how much it means to you, and then ask if they want to do a party. Because guys, if you don't ask, the answer is no. But if you do ask, you might be pleasantly surprised by how many people are like, ooh, yeah, I might not have ordered from this party, but that's because I couldn't afford it right now. But if I did a party, I wouldn't be paying full price, and I could get Christmas gifts for half off or heavily discounted or free by having a party. So that's why you don't count out the people that don't place an order. Now, this can be time consuming, because you're having 5, 6, 7, 8 parties this month, and you're reaching out to every party guest. I get it. That seems like a lot, but everything you do this month, we have 29 days left. Okay. We have the rest of today and then 28 more days. So just a little bit at a time. Maybe that is the way Lisa does it, where it's 3 to 5 people a day, or maybe it's 10 people a day, or maybe it's however many follow-ups you can do in 10 minutes while you sit on the toilet taking a number 2. Because let's be honest, guys, a lot of people are on their phone when they're going to the bathroom. You are probably one of them. I am one of them. A lot of people on this call have actually received messages from me while I was doing a number 2. To make any of you guys feel better, it's just true. Leslie has called me while I was doing a number 2. For God's sake, it doesn't matter, because guess what? If you are intimidated by follow-up, I want you to imagine it like this. The person reading your message is going poop while they're reading your message. So in case you are wondered and freaking out and like, oh God, what are they thinking? Am I overwhelming? Am I overbearing? What are they going to think of me? They're pooping. They are not in any way concerned about your intentions. They're going to be like, oh, that was so nice of her, while they finish up their business. So take your, you know what? Kids don't take themselves seriously. They don't care what anyone else thinks. So tune into your inner child, because that was you at one point. Think that everyone's on the poop when you're following up with them, and it makes it a lot easier. Okay. All right. So that's follow up. We're going to be doing a lot of parties. So you have to have a system in place in order for you to get your parties going, right? So for me, I have it all in a planner. I am a pen and paper person, as much as I wish I wasn't. I literally want to be Lisa Logan when I grow up and do everything on the computer, but I can't. My brain doesn't work that way, but that's fine. It's authentic to me. So I use a paper pen planner, and I say, okay, this is the day that the party starts. I write in there the day the party ends. I write in there, create this person's party on Facebook. I write in there, create this person's party in my workstation. And if that's what helps you, do it. Because I have to do it that way. Because if I don't, then all of a sudden it's 2 days before the party and I have done zero prep. And when you don't prep for your parties and you don't host coach, your parties are not going to find that same level of success. So that's what works for me. I can share that with you guys, my little system that I use for writing that down. But parties are huge. So in the chat really quick, tell me guys, how many parties do you have booked for November? If the answer is 0, change that to literally 4 minimum. Everyone should be doing 4 parties this month. There's no excuse. Go out there, ask everybody and their cousin. I want everyone to have 4 parties this month. Oh, Rocketbook, I have one. It's great. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Leslie has 7. Ashley has 3. Lisa Logan with 6. Hello. Amanda with 2 parties this month. Marissa's got 4. Marissa has 4. Melissa has 3. Yes. Oh, guys, incredible. So you already have at least 1 party booked, right? So if you're not at that 4 party mark yet, I encourage you to not stop asking people until you hit 4 parties. Now, here is why. When you have 4 parties booked, let's say they all hit anywhere from 200 to 500 PRV, that's going to bring you to anywhere from, if they hit 200 each, that's going to give you anywhere from a minimum of 800 PRV to a maximum of 2,000 PRV, right? You hit 2,000 PRV, you're going to get a 30% commission plus bonuses on your paycheck. That is the last paycheck before Christmas, guys. The work you put in now is your last paycheck before Christmas. So my new people hopping on, if you guys could please mute yourself so we can stop any background noise. Please feel free to use the chat for any questions you guys have, any concerns, anything you want to share. All right. So parties is huge. You want to get that big commission before our last paycheck for Christmas. Obviously, if you celebrate, Christmas is a pretty expensive holiday. If you're like myself and Lisa Logan, you just love all things Christmas. So then you probably go to the store and you buy 17 more decorations every time you go to the store. I have no self-control. It's fine. Okay, so we've talked about parties. We've talked about follow-up. We've talked about systems. Now, what I want you guys to focus on is there's fun, creative ways that you can work your business this holiday season. There is no limit to the creativity that you can put on your business. Things like mystery boxes, you can offer gift wrapping, you can pre-package up bundles of, for example, you could do a Scentsy soak with a sugar scrub, or a Scentsy soak with a body lotion, or you could do a mini fan with a pod pack. You could do wax and warmers, there's diffusers and oils, fan products. You could do a Scentsy buddy with a scent pack and then toss in something else. Or there's so many different things that you can do when it comes to bundles like that. Package them up super cute, post it. And the thing is that in this season, people want to give gifts. So we have to tune into that and shift our focus a little bit to what we're posting about. So of course you want to share how you are using Scentsy in your personal life. Avoid flyers. Flyers do not gain traction. Flyers are not good for Facebook algorithms or Instagram algorithms for that matter. So avoid flyers. Take pictures of your displays or use someone else's. So Lisa Logan, for example, has a Christmas tree in the back of her video. If you guys can see, it's super cute. But if Lisa was sitting there with her fake tree in the background and holding up a bar of very snowy spruce and says, "This makes my tree smell like it's real," and she posted a picture of it, people are going to be like, "I have a fake tree. I want my fake tree to smell real." That is how you get sales. You have to show people that it's good enough for me, meaning it's good enough for you. How are you using the products this holiday season? The other thing you want to target is, who are people gifting for? So in the comments, guys, if you could tell me, who do you buy for in the holiday season? Who is it in general. You don't have to say like specific names, but like brothers or aunts or sisters or grandmas or teachers or nurses. Who are you buying for this holiday season? And let's brainstorm some gifts that we could give to those kind of people. For me, I'm planning on making a post within the next few days and saying, hey, if you're a plant lover, put this on your Christmas wish list. Or, hey, if you know a plant lover, order these for your friends. And we have plant wax warmers, right, guys? They're huge. I have a huge plant following, so I'm going to share about that. Focus on where your interest is, because chances are what you're interested in is probably what your circle is interested in. So that's Disney. Lisa Logan, I'm picking on you so much tonight. I'm sorry, but you love Disney. I love Disney, but like everyone knows Lisa Logan loves Disney. So chances are her circle is a lot of Disney lovers. So if she was like, hey, if you have any Disney fans that you're buying for this holiday season, you need to check out this, this, and this. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, Susie would love that. And then they're going to order, oh my gosh, stop it. Did Hannah do that? Hi, Hannah. I love you so much. Okay, nurses. So Tammy is purchasing things for nurses. So think to yourself, what would be a great gift for nurses? They're on their feet all the time. They're exhausted. So the first thing that comes to my head when I'm thinking about purchasing something for a nurse is Scentsy Soak and Sugar Scrub. They deserve to be pampered. They deserve the self-care. And it's going to feel great on their feet, because I used to bartend, and that Scentsy Soak and a foot soak at the end of a 15-hour shift, whoo, I'd pay $1 million for that feeling, guys. All right, so we have mother-in-laws and grandparents. Guys, truth is, there's a Scentsy gift for every single person on your list. Men's products, men's fragrances, women's fragrances, kids' fragrances. It's not age specific. It's not gender specific. You can use our products for literally anyone. Teachers, okay, you can't usually use a wax warmer in a classroom because of the heat, but fan products are a great option. So maybe you give them a mini fan and pods. Maybe it's a wall fan and pods. Maybe it's a Scentsy Go if you are going big at it. Teachers are another person, though, that deserves to be loved on and appreciated and pampered. I just love the Scentsy Soak, if you can't tell, but I will use that as a tool to say, oh my goodness, I am obsessed with Scentsy Soak. It makes me feel X, Y, and Z. You need to buy this for any teacher, nurse, or any hardworking person on your Christmas list, because they are going to love this gift so much. Boom. That's it. People don't like to make decisions. So if you're just straight up like, hey, are you buying for someone? If you're buying for X, Y, and Z person, you need to get them this. They're gonna be like, oh my God, yeah. And I get to support you because the people that are seeing your post know you, they love you, they trust you, they want to support your business. So if you say, hey, great idea. Hey, this is a good gift for X, Y, and Z person, they're going to be like, yes, I'd love to support you. So that is huge, huge, huge. So you get to be creative with that. Let's see. So different ways to be creative, follow-up parties. What else are some really good things to cover for holiday stuff? Those of you guys that have been around for holidays already, feel free to chime in about some things that work really well for you. We have Black Friday coming up. So Scentsy will, oh, that's what I want to talk about. Okay, hold on. So Black Friday is coming up, but Scentsy is offering us, I think that it's called Green Monday. Technically, I could be wrong, don't quote me, but it's the Monday before Thanksgiving. And we are going to have a Green Monday or whatever, Monday sale. Basically, it's a Black Friday sale early, but that way you have something to offer to your customers that want to save money, right? You don't even have to offer any personal specials because Scentsy is doing that for you. The other thing that is huge, 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 if you watch the end of the month live, there are so many things releasing in November. We have an Oogie Boogie Scentsy Buddy that's coming from our Harvest collection. Any Nightmare Before Christmas fans, hello. We have a Walt Disney World Mickey Mouse Christmas tree warmer. All of your Scentsy customers that love Disney, you're going to reach out to all of those people. We have a Thor's hammer warmer releasing. So all of your customers that love Marvel that are probably going to buy things for their kids or whoever are going to think about that as a Christmas gift. There is the Sense of the Season bundle. So if you have customers that love any of the bundles, they're like, oh my God, I love when you guys have different bundles that release. So anyone that ordered, like, what was it called? The one with apple parsley, like if they ordered that in the spring, tell them about this one in the fall or in the winter. The reason why those bundles sell super, super well is this and this alone. People hate to make decisions. Legitimately, they can't make a decision. I was a bartender for a long time and I can't tell you, hey, what are you drinking? And someone sits there and like, I go, hey, how about this Manhattan? It's really, really good. And they're like, yes. Oh, I'll totally take that. People can't make a decision to save their lives. So instead you say, we have this bundle that's absolutely incredible. Or if you wanted to take it a step further and really make it personal, I want you to create your own 6-pack. So for example, you could say, this is Ashley's Christmas Wonderland 6-pack. And it is 6 fragrances that Ashley loves to warm through the month of November and the month of December. So this could be something like Cider Mill, Winterberry Apple Tea, Very Snowy Spruce, Perfect Peppermint, Christmas Cottage, and whatever else. Okay. It's a 6-pack. You're just going to post a picture of wax. It doesn't have to match color wise. It doesn't have to show the fronts of it. Just Google a picture of 6 bars of Scentsy wax, grab one of those or take your own and post it and say, hey, I have this customized Winter Wonderland 6-pack personally selected by me, because your people trust you. They know you, they know that you know our products, and they trust you to pick good fragrances. So if you say, these are my go-to 6 winter fragrances, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, yes, sign me up, because they hate to make decisions and they trust that whatever scent you like is going to be a scent that they also like. So that's another great way. It doesn't cost you any extra money, because if you do a 6-pack of wax, that's $30. Buy 5, get 1 free. It's the same price online. You're not offering them a discount or anything, but people will go nuts over it because they don't have to make a decision. And they're like, whoa, if it's good enough for you, it's definitely good enough for me. Lisa said, mail carriers, UPS drivers, and FedEx carriers. That's incredible. Those kind of people, if you just threw that like little bug in someone's ear and said, hey, our mail carriers and delivery drivers have done a really good job this year. I have these specific delivery driver bundles. If you wanted to spoil like your local delivery driver, because they've done such great work to help you out this year, because people aren't going to think, oh, I need to get a gift for my Amazon driver, or, oh, I need to get a gift for my mail carrier. But if you say, hey, I have this $10 bundle to spoil your mail carrier to say thank you for all of their hard work throughout the year, they're going to be like, oh, I should love on my mail carrier because they do a lot for me throughout the whole year. So just kind of like flipping that perspective and switching that around is huge, huge, huge. So follow up furiously. Do tons of parties. Your goal is, when you do parties, is to book more parties off of them. You should be asking every single hostess if they want to flip their party. That gives them an opportunity to gain more income before Christmas. Who wouldn't want an extra $125 for Christmas, right? And you can say it as exactly like that. You want to gain new customers. You want to share about different bundles you're offering. You don't have to be super creative to do these things. You can totally take other people's pictures, or just go to the dollar store, get a cute bag, put the products in the bag, and tie it with some ribbon. It really does not have to be super time consuming, doesn't have to cost a lot of money. And people are really just happy that you're packaging things for them. So that's another thing you can do, is reach out to local customers and say, hey, if you purchase your gift through me this year, I will personally wrap it for you. Some people, especially men, by the way, men hate to wrap presents typically. So if you reach out to your Scentsy customers' husbands or significant others or spouses or whatever, and you say, hey, I know that so-and-so has been eyeballing this warmer, or they really, really have been thinking about a diffuser, or, hey, I'd be happy to take care of gifting for your spouse this holiday season. I'll even take care of the wrapping for you. Let me know if you'd be interested in what your price range is, because a lot of people trust you. They know that you're the Scentsy person. You know what you're talking about, and you're going to pick out a good gift for your customer who their spouse is buying stuff for them. So I've definitely had that happen for lots of different holidays. So that's huge, huge, huge. We have about 7 minutes left. So if anyone has any questions or any ideas they want to share, please unmute and share that now. I'm going to mute myself, so somebody better talk up.
So I typed it into the chat, but I made a delivery today to someone's house and they already have a table at their front door full of like little Starbucks cold Frappuccino bottles and snacks and waters and stuff for their delivery people to start taking. Well, I'm like, maybe I should throw up a thing, buy 10-cent circles or something, because they could leave those too. What better way to make the truck smell good, right? Just an idea.
I love it. All right, guys, don't be shy. You got to have ideas out there. Something you've tried that works, or come on, don't be shy. We don't bite.
So I think to a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some of my people, when I reached out with the harvest collection, I was putting in an order, and then new people who had ordered dish soap or the cleaners and said, we have these coming out in harvest scents. You probably are running out by now. I think the same thing is good for the Christmas scents, especially because we're going to have a bunch of that coming out as individual things for the whatever Monday they're calling it. I always thought it was Cyber Monday. This is the Monday before Thanksgiving, whatever. I don't know. But that would be a good way too, is to reach out and say, okay, now we have Christmas scents. How about getting in on that? And, get better shipping or free shipping with me with the bundle order.
That's huge. If you think about just like things alone, fragrance flowers, anyone that's ordered fragrance flowers 2+ months ago is ready for another fragrance flower. So you could say, hey, I would love to get you a very snowy spruce fragrance flower to put by your Christmas tree to make it smell real. Or, hey, you should be due for another fragrance flower soon. We have these holiday scents. Would you like me to add anything on for you? Same like Leslie said, there's products that came out in the harvest collection that are now coming out in holiday collection. So the dish soap, the counter clean, but there's different things that people use that we're now going to have available in a winter fragrance. People will go just as nuts for Christmas as they did for pumpkin spice and Halloween. You just have to find your circle. So maybe that means going onto Facebook and making a post and saying, where are my Christmas freaks? Where are the Christmas fanatics? And they are going to come out of the woodworks like little ants. And you're going to be like, oh my God, there's so many of them. And then you can reach out to every single one of them and say, hey, we have so many cool, exciting things coming out. I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in doing a party this month to get a discount on all of your holiday smell goods, or get a discount on a new Christmas warmer, or whatever you think that person would be most interested in. You could even say, get a huge discount on your Christmas shopping list. I think that is huge, huge, huge. You could pair up our products with things like fuzzy socks or hot cocoa or Christmas mug. And if you grabbed a Christmas mug, you grab a mug and you throw a scent circle in there and you throw a room spray in there, boom, $10. Here you go. Or however you want to price that out. People are going to absolutely go nuts because you threw products in a coffee mug. I'm not joking. You might think it sounds so stupid and silly, but people go nuts. You throw products in something and they lose their ever-loving minds. You literally put stuff in a stocking already, they're going to flip out. You pair something up and you, with a ribbon, tie some fuzzy socks to it and they're like, oh, they lose it. Guys, it's so simple. I promise it is not hard. If you need ideas, go to Target. go to Walmart, go to a store and look at their pre-made bundles. Look in their dollar section, in their Christmas section, because you're going to see all sorts of bundles and get it for ideas. You could do fuzzy socks with soak. You could do fuzzy socks with Scentsy scrub. We have all of the products that you're going to see in a Christmas gift section, except ours are better. Look, oh guys, everyone look at Tabby's screen right now. Tabitha, look at how cute that is. It's a little plastic bathtub with a body wash and hand cream and a shave cream in there. People are going to go nuts over that because it's already packaged. And they're like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. And they just die. They absolutely implode, don't know what to do with themselves, and die. It's great. It's incredible. People get excited. So we have about 2 minutes left. Does anyone have any questions, ideas, or anything else they wanted to share before we hop off here tonight?
I'll
Okay, I have
jump
a
in here
question.
super
Oh,
quick.
sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say this is a really great time for upselling things too. So something I started the past week or so, now that people are starting to think about Christmas stuff, is if they place an order for something for themselves. So say they want to order a fragrance flower, something I'll ask is, do you want to order or add any extra on for Christmas gifts this year? So there might not even be thinking Christmas gifts, but if you suggest it because it's something they already love, then they're like, oh my gosh, I could totally give this to whoever. So it kind of puts that thought in their mind. So it's another great way that you can upsell those things.
I want to kiss your brain right now, literally. It's so simple. It takes you don't even have to make any gifts for that. You just say, hey, is there any other Christmas gifts I can add on for you? While you're already following up. Mind blown. All right, Marissa, give it to me, girlfriend.
Okay, how do you not get overwhelmed? Like, where do I start?
With what? All of it?
Everything.
Okay. Parties.
Okay.
Parties is your number one focus.
Okay.
Do the party. Connect with people while you're in the party, commenting with them, reaching out to them. After the party's over, you're going to follow up. You're going to say thank you for ordering or thank you for attending. You're going to ask what they think of everything. You're going to ask if they want to host.
Okay.
Then you move on to the next party. And then when you have free time, that's when you can play around with bundles, or you can take because I'm going to be posting pictures. Everyone else is going to be posting pictures. Steal those people's pictures, or make a goal for yourself every day. Reach out to 5 people to follow up and just ask, hey, I just wanted to see if you needed any help Christmas shopping this season. That's it. You could just your goal could be reach out to 5 people 5 times a week and say, hey, I just wanted to reach out and ask if I can help with your Christmas shopping this holiday season. Boom. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be time consuming. It should be simple because that means you can do more of it. All right, guys. So we are popping up on less than a minute. So thank